the Antigua from Walmart.
Yes, that's right. I heard that same thing.
I said, well, I hope they do well. I mean,
I think it probably will. I think they'll probably be the right food for the area.
I mean, they'll get that, if they're open, they'll get all that lunch crowd from those warehouses.
Yeah, only thing about, I got a friend that works out there. They don't get a 30-minute lunch, and they have a cafeteria.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. He said it's not particularly good, but they have a cafeteria there.
So, what do you mean they don't get?
They only get a 30-minute lunch break.
Yeah. Yeah, that only works if you got somebody to go get it, bring it in to you.
Yeah.
I always found eating at my desk to be the best.
I don't mind eating at my. I wouldn't mind eating at my desk from time to time, except it's frowned upon because the public's looking at us like we're not just ignoring them because we're on a lunch break. You know,
Well,
they don't know where to do
I
it.
only did it when I was basically giving them my lunch and break time. But toward the end, I took my 30 minutes. And I took 15 minutes.
Yeah.
It's
We
like,
get 2:15s. I don't usually. I'll just sit at my desk. Maybe just when I get tired, I'll just like decide I'm gonna read the news online. And that's my break. I
well,
don't
my
really
break
do that.
was getting up on one unit and walking to the other one. See what they were doing, you know. Either I could pull them up on camera, or I'd still go over there.
Have you ever watched James Bond?
I don't like to.
Oh,
I'm not
What do you
a
ask
Bond
about
fan.
James Bond?
Paul McCartney did a theme song for James Bond.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and he did.
So did you watch any of the Murdoch trial?
I couldn't. I mean, I didn't know it was televised. Didn't know where to see it, but I've been keeping up with it. Man, that guy's a mess.
I was watching a DVR of Wheel of Fortune that got interrupted
For that?
for that Murdoch trial.
I said, I listened to it
Yeah.
because I wanted to know what was said. Well, as much as I could. I mean, it was all day long for 6 weeks. You know, I didn't
Yeah,
do all
right.
that. But,
Well, turn right, green light.
okay, thank you. So, and if I couldn't catch it, when I would go to bed, I would find it on YouTube, like a recap, or actually listen to it. And I never could listen to the full thing. But
Did you listen to some of his testimony?
yes, and watch him.
Yeah. What was your take?
He was a
Completely
fake.
manipulated?
He was just a fake, evil narcissist. And now I'm beginning to wonder. Well, they've got all his money's tied up in all these lawsuits, you know. But I said he may have his money's in an offshore account.
Oh. Well, you know, there's a Netflix documentary already out about him.
Yeah, I watched that too.
I haven't watched. I've started it, but
I
I
watched
fell
it, and it
asleep.
was good because it interviewed like the girlfriends and stuff, and that were the boat people that were on the boat when Mallory was killed. Of course, you know they couldn't go into too much because it hadn't happened yet. But after listening to it, I thought, oh man, and the judge was excellent,
Oh yeah.
and I was afraid that they would create just a little bit of, well, and that's all they need. Now I heard that the juror that he kicked off for talking about it, like right before they went into deliberation, she was going to vote not guilty. That would have been their link right there. But and that's just the evil whole clan right there. I don't put anything past any of them.
I remember reading about him. Well, this is just bizarre because the first thing I remember reading was like he was shot and they say he paid somebody to shoot him. What? Like he wanted to be suicide by hire. And then so,
Right.
But I'm like, that doesn't sound right. I think that don't sound right at all.
So Pawpaw, we called him Pawpaw, the son, the oldest son. No, the one he killed. And I thought, nobody but him had any kind of a motive. I mean, I don't know what his motive was really, except he had all of his assets were tied up in a trust in her name, but he was the one that benefited from it.
Well, he was probably in a weird mind place with all the drugs he was on too.
You don't know if that's really the truth or not. I mean, he was saying all his money went into drugs. I'm like, dude, do you know how much opiates you'd have to do every day, nonstop, for $3.4 million. I mean, there's just no way you could survive it. I mean, I'm not.
That's a weird kind of story to make up for where you to account for missing money.
Well, he was hoping that would sway him too. It wasn't really him, it was somebody else, somebody else in my body.
Yeah.
An addicted person. It's like, well, addiction is not an excuse to murder.
Did you see the story a couple of months ago where the two young guys that were convicted of murder from Floyd County were released after they found up all kinds of malfeasance on the part of the police, and the court said, you're right, this should, you could have a new trial, and the DA said we're not going to do it. We don't want a new trial. We don't even think it should have ever been a trial to begin with. So they were released after 25 years in prison. They were like teenagers when they went in.
Well, good if they never should have been there to begin with.
I suppose they might sue them.
Well, I'm sure they'll settle it out.
Yeah. They deserve some compensation now.
Except they didn't say it was a wrongful conviction, did they? They just said they weren't going to
I don't actually know that part. I've said that, and I'm not sure exactly what they
but
they were released immediately.
That's what you go on too. It's like, you don't want to convict somebody and think they're going to spend. But Alex Murdaugh, oh yeah, he needed to go. He was so arrogant. Like when he sat down and they spell your last name on that, then he turns to the jury and says good morning, like he's like an attorney. That right there just put me off. But that is pretty cold. Pretty cold.
We are planning a trip to Florida. I just got to get it signed up. They're one of Sid's groups. They've got a family retreat. They had the online sign up open for 1 week and they shut it down and they just figure out the logistics of it. I think they kind of got in over their head on planning and how to book the rooms and such. They're trying to get it all sorted so everybody can have a room for the time that they want.
Where what part?
Panama. They had it at Jekyll Island in the past, but this year where they would stay, it's already been reserved. But it'll be kids.
That'll be nice. I mean, you have fun.
Rome, Athens, and Atlanta kid groups.
Ooh, that's gotta be.
There's some sort of a Christian, I would call it a resort, a compound where they have a whole bunch of different rooms, places to stay in, a restaurant and coffee bar and pools and access to the beach.
So you pick the time you want to go?
Well, no, it's 1 week. I mean, it's all at one time, and we're all going together, basically. Just you can arrive either on Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday.
What time frame you talking?
I was end of April.
Really? That's soon.
Yeah, it is soon. I got to get on Monday and hope that they've opened the registration back up.
Lindy and I have been trying to. Well, she goes online more than I do to go find a cabin at Fall Creek Falls.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Because Tad wants to. His mom and I will tell him on fish, and I said, well, I mean, that's fine with me. I want to hike, go around.
Oh, yeah.
But no, you can't. I mean, it's booked like for a year, at least a year. And she said sometimes you can catch.
Like a cancellation that was opened up for the bounce.
I mean, I've been doing it for almost a year, and I ain't found nothing.
Welcome to Alabama.
I mean, it'd be fun. You'd have get a fishing cabin and then cook out whatever he catches. But he said, I don't even mind staying in the lodge. And I'm like, no.
Does he trout fish in the creeks, or does he strictly on lakes?
Well, he takes a fishing trip with the guys, and he takes a hunting trip with the guys once a year. But I'm not sure.
There's all kinds of trout fishing up, going up,
Seems like they were down, and I can't remember if this was fishing or it was hunting. I think it was fishing down in near Brunswick. I don't know. It's probably, well, no, he said they all went out. So one of the trips at the Guard was down in Louisiana. And it's one of the trips that I said, well, I mean, y'all got plenty of people going. Well, now I know why all these people wanted to go. They had like every person in the team got their own fishing guide.
Oh, wow.
For a day.
Wow.
And then they cleaned the fish and came the next day and prepared
To
it.
fry it up and eat it the next day?
So I'm like, well, no wonder that all these people wanted to go. I just came back from Charleston, West Virginia, at the Capitol.
Oh, yeah.
But it was right after that Ohio derailment, train derailment. And I was a little leery. I didn't really want to go because I knew it was just a matter of time before it got there to West Virginia. So, I mean, I still don't know if he was ever exposed to him. How do you know? I can even turn down that road and go somewhere every day. But I don't know where. How we doing, Sid?
Good.
Still straight?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's at 18 miles when we turned on the right.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I saw something on, I think it was YouTube. I don't know if it's going to be the next thing. Don't even really know when it happened, but some ex-boyfriend was trying to get into a house and the daddy got a gun and shot him 3 times. And then it showed it like the ring, whatever at the house.
Yeah, the ring doorbells.
Yeah, videoed it.
Where was that at?
I don't even know. And that's all I saw. I thought, well, I don't know if that's like
Following that, those murders of those college students up in...
Idaho. Well, I hadn't yet because I thought, you know, there's so much, when you get so much publicity, you don't know what.
Right now, I think they're pretty much, they're being as tight-lipped as they can. They gotta kind of convict, they want to convict the guy.
That's what I mean.
And you got a jury to be impartial and this and
Well,
that.
the last one, when I quit watching it was when he had to, like, a long way off to even submit his plea. And I don't even know if that time's come up yet. Has he pleaded? I'm sure he'll plead not guilty.
Yeah. Sid was down in Milledgeville last night.
Yep.
Doing what?
Watching basketball.
Yeah,
Oh,
Mama's boys basketball team went to the Final Four for the first time in their history. And they got, you can pay $20 and get on the bus and go see the game. They lost, but
Did you have fun?
Yeah. They would have went to Macon, Georgia.
they would have gone to Macon.
You ever heard of the Allman Brothers? They're from Macon.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went to Macon last April.
Yeah.
And spent a weekend. We toured the big house. We went to the graveyards where they was buried.
Oh, really? Seems like Bacon's where I took nursing board.
That Sebring just passed illegally.
Sure did. Get the tag number. We'll call it in.
Well, it's allowed to pass now. Oh, not for long.
You might have to be a policeman assistant.
Mm.
You can be their eyes and ears.
There's one of
Yeah. I saw the funniest thing on something I was watching. Ellie got me watching TikTok.
Oh, I love TikTok.
Because I never did it, and it always aggravated me at work because they were always on watching TikTok. And I didn't really know too much about it one way or the other, but I started watching it now. It's like, oh my God, I think where you could just, where an hour would pass.
Oh, yeah, you go down the rabbit, you start watching video after video. You're like, how much time is going by?
They showed these 3 women coming out of TJ Maxx, and they had stolen like a car full of
Oh,
stuff.
Lord.
And they went to this van. Well, this guy was videoing them, right?
Yeah.
And they ran to the other side of the van. other two were shoving all the stuff in there. Now, there wasn't anybody pursuing them.
Yeah.
And
You
then,
could be a foolish person to put that video up where the whole world can see it.
well, when they went to get in the car to leave, they lifted the hatch so that you couldn't read the.
Yeah.
And they just like drove off. I mean, you know,
I think I've seen that video.
Well, I was
People
gonna say-
falling out of the car.
Once again, you don't know if anything's real, what you're looking at or
No,
not.
you don't, but
And
it
one
wouldn't
of my
surprise me. That's what they do. I mean,
yeah, it seemed feasible to me that they would do it. One of my favorites is Clarence, the dog, Free Clarence. He
haven't
talks
seen
about how he's royalty, and he'll misinterpret things like they threatened to send me to the pound. She said, "No, I didn't. All I said was, why are you destroying your toy?"
have you seen the doggy daycare where they up in Alaska where they put the dogs on the van and they strap them in and they
I saw part of it, but
yeah,
I
those are
didn't.
cute. They do a lot of them.
Yeah. I thought there are some really creative people out
There
there,
really
really
are.
funny people. Whether it's real or not. And then somehow I got cued into survivalists, you know, preparing whatever.
What they show you is like I was on time where it was like everything I saw was just not political. It was just all black people content.
Mine too. And I'm like, how did I get there? I
It's
still
like,
don't know.
okay, I mean, I'm enjoying it.
Yeah. I love it when they come in like you get a white man discipline his child and a black man discipline his child, or things that black people do, and I'm like, oh my God, I do some of that.
Oh yeah, I'm sitting there and going, that ain't just white, that's southern.
Yeah. But then I can't remember them,
Oh yeah, me too.
and I just laugh. Now, why is it they're wanting to ban TikTok?
Well,
Oh, because it's from China.
and like, if you're being given a work phone for the government, they don't want you TikToking on your government phone. I guess they're stealing, because these, just like Facebook exists to get your data and follow you and see what you like and are interested in, so they can sell ad space.
I mean, and
TikTok's the
that's
same.
not conspiracy or whatever. That's
It's not
true.
conspiracy, it's true.
And then, well, they said that that China's the one that invented TikTok, and that it's their way to monitor.
Yeah, but our
And
government
influence.
does too. So
Can you hold on?
Yeah, but you're not going to get that. There's no signal.
Oh yeah.
I think you're going to have to. Oh, did you finally get it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you. Oh Lord, look at all that.
That's nasty.